T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, T-Man 978 bringing you Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Protectobot Hotspot. Hotspot comes in the same nice packaging as everybody else. You see his artwork right there. Nothing right there except the new Transformer logo. You see Defensor right here. You see that he's bot number 3 of the 5. Here are the other Protectobots right there. There's a diagram of what it'll look like in the finish mode and which parts you're getting. Here's his bio. The duty of the Protectobots does not stop when the battle is over. Hotspot and his team of heroes will come to mankind's defense whenever danger threatens. You can read it in these languages if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Of course, he comes with a long list of instructions that show you how to get to and from vehicle mode to robot mode and defensor mode. And he comes with this collector's card, which looks damn near nothing like him, because that is GDO, Transformers Generations GDO Hotspot, and not Combiner Wars Hotspot. He's carrying random bot number 33587, and that's that, besides this official Transformers logo right there. Here is Hotspot out of packaging, and I'm going to tell you straight up front, I complained about the Constructicons having cheap feeling plastic. This guy and Ultra Magnus, the plastic is, oh my god, it feels like dollar store plastic. It just ruined it right out the packaging. Like, it took me about 20 minutes to just get used to feeling it and just realizing that this is actually still a cool figure anyway, regardless of the cheaper plastic they use. But anyway, his weapons, I'll show you them up front. They look kind of hollow and detailless on this side. And they have more of their designs right here. They have coils that wrap around. Kind of reminds me of, I think it's Firefly's weapons. And I love that they both basically match. This one has a peg right there so that they can combine together. But I like his guns the best so far out of the Voyager class Combiner Wars figures that we've gotten so far. And let's show you, since I'm still talking about the weapon. They basically combine like this for defensor mode. But one thing I love about him, his articulation, which I'm about to go into, is amazing in his arms, even though his wrists don't turn. I love it. Put that gun in there. Put this gun here. And let's maybe put it over that little peg right there on his arm. And you can get him into cool poses like this. As per the norm, my figure is trying to make me look crazy on film. But anyway, this was the look I was going for. So, since this can twist right here at that joint, which is very small, or that peg that's small, you can get his arms to position however you want and make that even look better. But let's take a look at his head. It looks very, very Onslaught to me. I know he looked very similar to Onslaught, but I just see a blue Onslaught, which is unfortunate. I wish they would have given him a different head mode, because I know Onslaught is going to be super identical to that. It also reminds me of Beast Wars Grimlock a little bit, just with a mouth plate. Anyway, you're supposed to put this like this on his back, his ladder and kibble, but I like it like this better. You can peg in either way. So now, instead of just having a ladder tail, he has a ladder backpack. You can actually ram into things with these 2 sharp spikes right there. His chest detail, very nice and very well painted. I'm shocked. You can see all those gears and whatnot in there. If you want to know, that's what it looks like. Nice and hollow on the inside. He has detail right there, which is good. and very well painted. This paint right there on this crotch. You'll see more of this in vehicle mode, but they actually put some detail right there, which is a good touch. And they didn't leave this hollow, which they didn't have to, but they made sure to cover that up, which is a nice touch. Where he fails at, and let me show you this detail in his forearm first before I talk about that. I guess they're like unpainted coils or springs or whatnot, but super duper hollow back of the legs, which is unfortunate. His whole back is freaking hollow, but luckily for him it's covered up by this most of the time. The only good thing about the hollowness in the legs, and let's start getting into the articulation, he can get more than a 90-degree bend, which is awesome. And I was playing around with him earlier, like posing him like this. It just makes me think of the Dreamwave comics arts for that little bio book that they did. Anyway, you see his legs can kick up that much, kick all the way back, go out that far with some nice tight ratchets. The only thing about him that's bad is when you try to bend this leg back, it fights you, but it can get there. Thigh swivel. The knees, when you get him out of packaging, it'll probably be loose like this. And it makes it look like, because he has a lot of joints in there. It's like 1, 2, 3 knee joints in there, so it looks like he's double jointed, but when you do it like this, it's awful loose. The trick is this part of the joint, and I don't know if you can see it right there, has to be angled in such a way that you can push it forward and under his kneecap, so then it locks into place. Foot has no pivot, and that's definitely the thing that kills this figure. It needs ankle pivots so bad, but you can do some rocking with the toe right here, but it's so loose it won't keep him stable that well. The arms are amazing. As you can see, the shoulders lift up right there at 2 points before it bumps the head, but it also rotates right here. It goes out. He has a swivel in his elbow above the elbow right there, and he has another joint that brings his arms up here, but he can still swivel right there, which is good. So it makes you not even care that he doesn't have wrist articulation. The head is on a ball joint. He can look down that much, but he can't really look up, and of course it can swivel around 360. If you push, you can push all the way down like that, which is really cool. So overall, I love his posability. I like his look. I wish he had ankle pivot, because it would make him a lot more sturdy, but if you play around, you can get him to stand up. But I like him, but my overall problem is he feels cheap. One more thing before I transform him. These guns can, of course, store back here out of the way if you don't want them in his hands. And he's still cool and dynamic without the guns in his hands. But of course I know that's probably going to make him a lot more back heavy. Transformation. The most tough part about his transformation is the ladder and knowing what to do with it. Because the legs, you just put them out like this, and this is how the instructions tell you to do it. I guess bend it down like this. Come on. Work with me, toy. It's like the toys know once you're filming. I'll basically get up like that. And I don't know why this one isn't going into here, but whatever. Keep that like that for now. Bring the feet down. Open this up, push his head in there. Spin this out like this, out like this. Let's get this out of the way for now. Bring these two parts. Actually, you don't bring them together yet. Bring this up like this. Bring this up like this, which is super duper simple. Now you spin this around, bring this down, and then shut this. It's like it has to be over the ladder joint right there. Go ahead and bring this around like this, and it pegs into the back of the crotch, or his butt, really. And then go ahead and peg these together. It's honestly a little bit tougher to do it like the instructions tell you. If you do it, bring it up like this, and then peg them together, it's better. Go ahead and open this. Elongate the ladder. Spin that around like this. Put the ladder out like that. And boom. He's a more modern, I guess, airport fire truck with the hose and whatnot up there. It's really cool. It rolls well. This spins around. The ladder can go up. These pegs right there get in the way, so you have to open it up. But yeah, and of course this can bend down, shoot water everywhere. It doesn't turn or rotate. It can actually bend in two places right there, but that's more for the combiner mode. And of course you can peg in the weapons right here. Now he has a ton of firepower. It's cool, but it's hollow and feels cheap. You can see all this. In fact, I can just straight see his face, like right there. It's all blue. Maybe that's why they made it blue, so it will blend in. Why they kept that hollow, I can't even begin to come up with an idea of why they did that. Here's some details. Fire rescue with an Autobot symbol. Guess they're not too much in disguise, since this isn't the Robots in Disguise line. These lights are fully nicely painted, which is good. Here's this detail right there. Tires have no paint on the rims, as per the new norm. And you can see his fist chilling out back here. And nothing's painted back here. Getting there. Now, it's a cool truck mode. Blah, it feels cheap. I'm not even gonna lie. Now, I wasn't gonna do this, but let's go to combiner mode. Taking the guns out, which is harder than I thought. Basically, you want to act like you're going back to robot mode, but you can skip a few steps. Leave this like this, or actually not skip steps. Steps are different. Put those up like that. Bring this down, and go ahead and bring the arms down and peg this hole into that. Peg. Bring this panel down so that the combiners can actually fit in there. We're super duper close. Now we bring this down. And one thing that keeps the arms stable, unlike Minosaur, this chest panel actually pegs right here. Excuse me. Now we can bring this ladder down. Oh, it's unpegging. Come on. Get tight. Get tight. Bring the ladder down and just keep wrapping it around his entire body. It's some peg holes right here in the ladder. Peg the crotch into there. Lift this up a second part. Bring this down. It pegs into two parts right there. Open these up. Lift this up, which was covering his defensor face. And there's that. We have Defensor's body. Now, I'll put groove on here and whatnot when I finally get all the Protectobots. And I'm not going to go into detail, but that's how you transform this guy. So I guess I can leave that step out when I get all the Protectobots. Anyway, let me get him back to robot mode. Here is Hotspot next to some other Voyager class figures, and you can see he's a little bit shorter than both of them. This guy, he's not a Voyager. I keep saying that. He's beyond Voyager. But you can see they pretty much size up well together. Amazingly, even though this guy has a massive backpack, they're about the same weight, which is absolutely crazy to me. And let me get Groove out here, since he's the only other Protectobot I have, so you can see how they compare with each other. Hotspot is a cool new mold. I know he's going to be better when he's Onslaught, but he's still cool nonetheless. I love a dual wielding character, or a character that has either two guns or two swords, and if the swords look good and if the guns look good, I really love that. So I'm cool with him. I can't wait to get Defensor. I'm telling you now, my reviews, if I even decide to review the Protectobots, are probably not going to be good, because I'm getting burnt out like crazy on remolds, and I doubt if I complete the whole Combiner Wars line. So keep an eye out for whatever I decide to review in the future, because I am going to review any new toy that I get, but I don't know if I'm going to get everything, because I'm ready for Combiner Wars to be over. I hate a bunch. It's so many repaints and remolds. It's so very disappointing to me, to be honest. Anyway, that's enough of my bitching. He's a cool figure. Buy him, especially if you want Defensor. Anyway, if you guys want to keep in touch with me outside of YouTube, I have links in my About Me part of my area on the YouTube to like Facebook, my Facebook like page, well, not Instagram yet, Vine, Twitter, and I believe that's about it. I'm Tman978 on Instagram, Twitter, and Vine as far as I remember. But of course you can just go to the links yourself in the About Me area if you want to see what else I'm doing, because I post a lot of stuff, especially on my Facebook like page, and I've just started putting more stuff on my Instagram since I made it public, so make sure you check that out. Anyway, if you liked this video, and I know you liked it, click like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, share. Until next time, Tman978 out of here.